Hello there and welcome. I am a gaming project, and you may think, oh my god, your microphone is clear and you're loud. Yes, because I bought a new one. It is amazing, and I will go into more on that later. But now I am going to be talking about a game which has mind-boggled the world. It is called Walking Dead's Survival Instinct. It's coming out on the 26th, and I am getting it. So what are we doing? I'm gonna go into an analysis on the trailer. Please sit back and enjoy everything that I think will predict to happen in the episode and, well, not the episode, in the thing. And yeah, it's about Daryl. So yeah, awesome. Lol. Let's begin.
The Eaters came down on us. We never heard anything about them.
Okay, so straight away we have found out from that line that it is clearly going to be right at the beginning of the apocalypse, which we all know about the game, where it's Daryl going up. And if you look, it's a church, which might be relevant towards the game in some way, as in, it might be the whole religion part of it, or it might be, maybe, from what I've seen, it could possibly be a point later on, which I will link back to, that we could be going to in the actual story. Yeah.
They tore us up.
And in that picture there, we have found out that it is going to be having parts of it possibly in a school. Remember, I say possibly because it might not happen. But that looks like it's in a school right there due to all the office cabinets and all that. So maybe the army are using them as a base because all the bodies are piled up as if they're going to be... I don't even know, but they're all piled up for something. So maybe the army's there, maybe you find survivors there, I don't know. But hopefully one part of it will be over there because schools are always interesting in zombie games. Lol.
Listen, there's more of them coming.
I'm coming with you.
Merle, man, look around. Traveling ain't so easy these days.
Okay, so this picture doesn't really give any new possible ideas, but there is one. And that is confirming the fact that the walkers are going to go around in herds. Because look, they're all there in herds. But other than that, there's a big museum in the back. That is probably going to be a place that you're going to explore as well. Which could also link to the bit that I'll mention later on in the thing. But yeah. And now this picture, this confirms that it, well, probably doesn't confirm it, but there are school buses in here, which could mean that place was actually a school. That's why I linked it towards being a school. And that car in the middle of the road, that is Daryl and Merle most likely, which means they did have a car, and that's not in the TV series, so it probably crashed, but enough about the car. Now they're getting somewhere. Now, Merle said, I'm coming with you, but then Daryl said, look around, travelling ain't so easy these days. So that might be you're working with Merle in the whole survival thing because you're brothers, or, and Daryl wants to go alone on a run for food or something. Or it might be that Daryl and Merle actually split up on their way to Atlanta, because it has been confirmed that this is the story of them going up to Atlanta and all that. So... yeah, it's probably most likely Daryl and Merle having to either split up for a run or just travelling to Atlanta on their own. But that's shown by the car, so that might be Merle in that car and Daryl not there or whatever. But knowing Merle, what Merle's like, he'll probably say no. But yeah.
They're right outside the door. Can you hear them?
Okay, this picture doesn't really give any evidence towards the game, but I do know that confirms that they travel in herds, which I mentioned earlier, which they do in the TV series, but they might not have adapted to doing that yet in this. But clearly the walkers do travel in herds in this, so you're gonna have to watch your back. Okay, so this picture just look at the red arrow, another school bus. There has to be something related to a mission in a school or scavenging a school, whatever you do. It's apparently going to be a game where you survive, but you also have to make your way to Atlanta. But look at it, it's a school bus. There's got to be something school related, or it might be the picture with the same school bus that is in the picture before with Daryl and Merle driving off, or Daryl or whatever. But look, those gates, they look like they might be school gates or something as well. So there's got to be something related to a school, I'm sorry, but yeah. Okay, so at this point in the game, you might actually be at Atlanta, as shown by the army being there. So maybe well, obviously the army lost that position, but so at Atlanta and the army have probably died. So you'll find out that it's all screwed over, and that's probably gonna have a gun or something in the back of it if you can go there, because it's an army truck, which Daryl might be picking up, or Merle, or whoever you play as. Apparently you play as Daryl throughout the whole thing, but okay, this bit gets to me. This is a new survivor. It's got to be. He appears later on in the trailer as well. He has to be a new survivor of part of maybe Daryl's group that he tags along with to Atlanta. I don't know. Maybe they join a group and they all die, but he is definitely a new survivor. So be sure to look out for him. And he's holding off zombies, so maybe you save his life and then he goes to help you along with the apocalypse. I don't know, but look, that it's a new guy. Okay, so this picture is just the house. I don't know, maybe that's the same house that new survivor is in, but I think maybe you're hitting in there, you find that survivor, and then the zombies start breaking in, so you kind of have to hold off in the house. That would be pretty cool. Look, that picture there, it's a school. It has to be a school. I'm sorry, look, stretchers, the army might be using it there, but look, that's probably a blackboard, and the rooms have probably all been cleared out, so it might be used as an FOB or whatever for the army, but look at it, that's enough as evidence for me. So many school buses and all that, it has to be a school, like for mission or something, but you go to one, I swear. Okay, everyone that I've talked about has said this game looks shit purely because of the graphics. The graphics mean nothing compared to the gameplay. If the content inside is brilliant, I'm getting it. But look, that's enough detail for me, because they've worked on some fine details, but it does look a bit like a PlayStation 2 graphics game. But I don't care, because it still looks pretty damn like a brilliant game, so don't let the graphics fool you. Also, that woman that you've heard screaming, she might be a survivor that's with the other guy, or maybe that's how you find the other guy, but she might be a new survivor as well, so keep an eye out for hearing that radio. If you hear that radio, and if it is what you think, where you can just choose who you help and they might not come back or whatever, and like whatever, you can just add random survivors, just keep an eye out, because that might be an actual survivor. So if you hear that, you might have a chance of finding more people. So yeah. Okay, they will also be roamers, not just walkers like in huge herds, but they can be on their own, as shown in this, where you've got them standing in doorways and all that. So yeah, there will be them not in herds, so you don't have to use your guns all the time and you can use melee. Now this screenshot probably confirms that you will be going around shops, which is really good, because you want the whole survival concept of needing to get food and drink for your group, and it would be brilliant because you will have shops and they're all pretty much empty, so finding food and drink would be really hard to get on this game, but it just makes it so much better because zombie survival is brilliant. The legendary crossbow is back. Look at that. Daryl has found his crossbow. This is most likely gonna tell you how he came across his crossbow, or maybe because he's a redneck, he might have had it with him. But his crossbow is in the game, so you can be Daryl. It's brilliant.
Lock your daughters up, y'all. Dixon boys just rolled into town.
Okay, so Merle and Daryl have been confirmed that it's going to be Norman Reedus in the other one, but the characters, everyone's saying the graphics are crap, but the characters look so much alike, but you can see on the left they're just terrible graphics, but the characters look so much like the TV series, I don't care. In this picture, you can see that's probably another survivor that will be in Daryl and Merle's group on their way to Atlanta. Now, they're most likely all be killed, to be honest, but that's not the point. You can see that's another survivor, which is probably going to be a part of the storyline. It might even be one of the Atlanta group that either got killed, or it might even be I don't know, people from the Walking Dead game, the original one, some of the people from that, or it might be just this random woman who gets killed, you don't know, but that looks like, to me, a new survivor. Okay, this picture is just typical Merle. You can see him, that's most likely him, in the Humvee, just driving, smacking into zombies, just swagging it up. That's my words. That's Merle being typical, though. You just hear him say, the cavalry is coming in, or I'll talk about that in a minute, but oh my god, it's Merle in a car. Badass. Or it might even be Daryl. Now this picture confirms that Daryl and Merle are smart, as they know what to do with the zombies like early on, as in they know that they're attracted by pretty things like flares and all that, so you can see him throwing one, which shows they know what they're doing, so you're gonna pick up all these survival skills as you go really quickly. Look at that, another school bus. It has to be some sort of school related thing. I've mentioned that enough. And look, that thing that I drew an arrow at pointing at as well, that looks like the same roof, similar to where you find Survivor number 2, which could mean that this moment is before then. Like, this moment, you're going to go over there and find that survivor. But that explosion there shows that maybe the army have gone in and they're probably chucking grenades and all that. So it might be a tense battlefield and you could get mistaken for a walker or whatever, but you're going to have to just wait and see. This picture is the first survivor that we saw boarding up the window, so we know he's going to be a part of it that you talk to and all that. So he is going to be confirmed as a main character or something. But look at it, it looks like he's been bitten. That blood on him, he's either been bitten or it's just from the walkers like splashing on him or whatever. But to be honest, my personal opinion is he's been bitten and Daryl doesn't know what to do with him and they're all completely unaware of the infection. This picture looks so much like Daryl, as in like he looks remarkably like the TV series character, so we know their graphics hasn't failed there. But we know it's failed on pretty much everything else, but it still looks really awesome. And you can see in the background, he's boarded up the window, so maybe, just maybe, he's finally realizing that he should be on the run or something. This might be on like day 1 of the apocalypse. It looks so good.
What the hell are you doing?
What's it look like I'm doing? I'm saving the damn day.
Now this picture, you confirm that Daryl made it over to the army camp or whatever at the army base in Atlanta with Merle, but it's clearly been overrun or something, and you can hear a helicopter in the background, so maybe they're getting escorted or maybe the helicopter can't land or something like that. But Daryl says he's saving the damn day, as he'll put it, which, so he's clearly got to do something that requires great risk, which is probably going to be the climax. So yeah, you can just see Merle most likely going to try and help him, but Daryl will say like it's a one-man job. But yeah. Okay, so in this picture, it doesn't have PC, which really annoys me, but they've said it's going to come out, but it's probably going to be later, but I want to get it when it comes out because I'm so excited for it, so I'm getting it on the Xbox to record it, because I do have a PVR to record it. So I'm just going to say, if you enjoyed the video, let me know, give me feedback, comment, like, or subscribe, or just do something. I want to know someone watched it this far, which they probably haven't. But if you have, thank you so much, and tell me what you think on like the clearer quality voice, if it actually works on your end or if it's still too quiet or something. I'll change all the settings, but if you like the video, just please let me know. Thank you all. P.S. Keep an eye out for awesome gameplay of this game, which I'm most likely going to record and upload, but please...